Alright, we're back. And I didn't turn on the combinator, so I'm gonna have to go get it manually. That's for the benefit of everyone in the VOD who didn't see the beginning of that. Not, you don't need to see the beginning of that. This day has just been a myriad of mistakes. I see a problem with the sequencer now. It doesn't account for trains already in the that are already lined up. It needs to skip over one if it's already full. So it shouldn't actually be stepping through each one. It should be going pushing it to one, and then if one can't go to one, then it goes to two. Can't go to two, go to three. Oh, actually, no, you can't really do that either. Hmm. Basically, it's a lot more complicated than what I thought. Too bad about mistakes. Why are you not powered? How did you not get powered? Has this been running self-powered all this time? I think it has. I think it's been self-powered all this time. It's hilarious. They've been running self-powered all this time. I mean, I did delete the this make everything component. But oh, actually, that might have been it, come to think of it. I think you did today brought an entire enterprise-wide auth system to its knees like someone at Microsoft did. Did they? Oh, did they do that again? It's like that happens fairly. Amazingly, that actually happens fairly frequently with Microsoft. Actually, I think the train's been through. Yeah, it has. I mean, I do need more bolts anyway. More than what the train was planning on bringing. Happily churning out bots. Grab some more and then that'll do. See how we do. All your users and texting. Hang on, let's grab the lab. Have a look. What does the register say? Microsoft? More like my software goes off. Azure, Outlook, Office, Teams, Authenticator. All blocked from people logging in. So you can't log in unless you're already logged in. Azure Public, Azure Government. 2,500 reports of problems accuracy. This is why I hate the register. Like just little, real snarky 90s neckbeard stuff like that. It just really pisses me off. If your token's expired today, you can't get back in. Like, I get it's a problem, but like, you don't need snarky crap like that. This is why I don't like reading the register. They're a bunch of just a bunch of Linux. Well, just call them Linux neckbeards. Call it that. And they've got a hard on for Linux. When you left the company's instant room, I said fall back on alternate infrastructure. I mean, it's a huge outage. They do have both, but at the same time, I stopped reading that a long time ago. It stopped really being funny a long time ago. Stop complaining about 1.5 hours ago. It looks like it, and it looks like it's a specific subset as well. 300? Should be 5. Nope. 500? Nope. By 50. Fine, you get 600. You know what? I'm 500. I'm probably not going to have enough. Uh, 350. 500. Yeah, that stupid snarky anti-Microsoft neckbeardy stuff just bothers me now. Like, I get it back in the day, mostly. Some of it was justified. Times have moved on. Cut that one as well. It's better to keep them all isolated. Uh, 350. 3. 500. Here you want the snark? Just want to know the impact of any mitigation. Yeah. And go back to playing games. I don't want I want news, not opinion. Yeah. It's funny. It's interesting how it was explained to me is if you're not doing open source, you're doing yourself a disadvantage. Ooh, hello train. That's nearly a war cry right there. Because I was talking to a friend of mine about it. I was like, he was saying that if you're not, if you don't have a GitHub with your own, with a lot of your code onto it. Actually, let me start again. What he was saying was that if you have a GitHub with code on it, that is now your resume as a programmer. And so open source has become part of the sort of programmer ecosystem. I can turn off. Actually, I can keep it on because it doesn't have anything in it that justifies. Yes. You can have 100 of them. You can have 250 of them. That actually move? I don't know. I legitimately don't know. Oh well. Yeah, in the same way that an artist has a portfolio, your GitHub of code, which anyone can see, it's like your programming portfolio. The code skills can be. Oh yeah, attitude is everything in that regard. Programming Factorio count? I wish it did. I don't know. Does programming basic count? Doesn't really. I've had to do it. I've mentioned that offhand a few times now. Stupid space station. Let's see. Nuclear fuel. HR scans for attitude. Ideally, yeah. HR is searching for people that are a good fit for the company. Say 5. Ideally, they're looking for people that are going to be valuable for the company. Calm down on the fuel there, please. Fix a git merge conflicts. I'd say it's funny you say that. One of my biggest shortcomings is I don't really know git still. There. That's a long gap. Wonder if I could belt it. I mean, in theory, I could belt it. Half convinced no one really knows Git. I can see where the thinking comes from. Governor, how you doing? Git add and git commit and git push. First medication load, curious is high IQ rate, Tom Friedman. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do. I think that statement alone is a good summary. Screw it, we'll just do it this way. Why not just build another robot port, narrow the gap? Then it would skew the sandwich. You don't want to add robot ports to this because then they'll pull over to here and it'll change how it drains. It'll bias it. I don't even need a steel chest. You are right there. Admittedly though, the insert has behaved differently. Actually, I might need to double check that. I might need to double check that. So I'm pretty sure if they're trying to just shove it onto the ground, if I do that. Yeah, see, it's stuck active now. Yeah, both of them are stuck active. I put the chest there. It's gone to sleep. Speaking of going to sleep. Yeah, now they're both asleep. So yeah, the chest is kind of important. Yeah, never skew the sandwich. No red circle. Now red circle. Skewed sandwich is an emote. Long term, what I might do is change this train over to a refuel train. Because I don't need the supply train coming here anymore. Other than to bring fuel. That's all it's doing here. Oh, look who's here. Oh, none of them need reds anymore. We're actually fully backed on reds. And wackaja. That's so stupid. It just sounds so. Anyway, thank you very much, Guangzhou, for the 4-month prime. Show some love and hope in chat there. For the Mohawk hype. It just sounded so dumb. Oh dear. The station survived. Oh, is Will building another mega rover? I should do is turn you off. Alright, let's keep going on the science front. We're actually making some progress on the science department. Orbital mass driver. Yeah, the base is coming along. We've got red science up and running, which is a good sign. Oh, you can't move in map view. Did I update that? I think I did. So yeah, we're doing 8,000, 9,000 red packs a minute right now. What are we doing? Just get the right keys eventually. 4.7. Exterminator raiding, coming on in with that raiding party. How you doing, everyone? It's exclamation mark honk, not honk exclamation mark. Hey, Exterminator with the 3-month.
Thanks to at Dashhoop for my sub gift.
Oh, sorry, it's the sheep who gifted this gifted sub. Thank you very much for the sheep gifting that sub to Exterminator. Really appreciate that. So are you doing the science stuff? Yeah, do exclamation mark honk instead of honk exclamation mark. Just a little tip. There we go. Much better. Wasn't today tomorrow or Wednesday? So what were you up to today? Also, welcome on in everybody from Exterminator Stream. We are right now doing 8,000, nearly 9,000 red packs a minute. We've got our red packs up and running, which is an exciting time. Everything's going okay, base. Looks fun. I was wondering, on your Spidertron production Megabase. Ooh. Say honk everywhere you go.
Another visitor. Stay a while. Stay
Yeah.
forever.
I just happened to have the exclamation mark honk, so it was a good. So flipping it and reversing it is a good one. Good thing to do. Is worth doing. How is this draining? 3,000, 4,000. Oh, maybe it's okay. It's okay. We'll see how it drains when it does. For now, we now need to do green. Right now. Let's see for now. Right now, we need to work on green and move the roboports because they're in the way. Because they're jerks. They like being in the way. And you're still connected very good. That's no radar coverage over there. Because reasons. Reasons of seat and keyboard malfunction. Yeah, we're actually finally starting to get science up and running. It's taken like 3 days of streams to get this all up and built and running. We just need to move this copper patch. 30 to 7 ships. In fact, I do actually have that some... No, I don't. No, this is separate. This one has to be separate because it's 2 belts of plate. Yeah, this one has to be separate. Alright, first step. Plug that in. I'll do that. What's that? Anyway, how's everyone doing? Yeah, I'm on over. Time for food. Ooh, what you got? Food good. Yeah, one. Give it the, just push it down a little bit further. Derp. Oh. Let's try that one more time. This time offset it correctly. Time for food. Grilled chicken breast. Ooh, tasty. I didn't mean to trash my own inserters. Fortunately, it'll give them back to me. Let's use the upgrade planer. Filter stack. There. And then the bots should deal with the rest. Excelente. You're the plate, you'll be the circuits. Bam. I might need to swap those actually. Come to think of it. But it has cliff explosives. Ah, you got a bit of a cliff issue going on, do you? Wow. I do something about that. If I need to, I could probably reverse that belt and bring it over there. We'll see how we go. Who has had Whataburger? I've never had Whataburger, although Whataburger's not a thing here, which kind of kills it. Kills the dream. Ooh, I kind of miss out on an opportunity to have separate paths in, but that's fine. What's a Whataburger? Fortunately, because of Clowntown, I know it's a fast food chain. That's what I intended. Yeah. And there. That'll give me the 2 lanes of unload. There. Oh, that actually puts the circuits on the wrong side too. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Let's flip that over. Richelana. Coming in. Well, close enough. Coming in with that follow as well. I. It's a nice plus 100. Or a nice plus 100. Ooh, gems. Coming on in as well. Hmm. Do you mind, like, there? Yeah. Loop. I think the coffee's kicking in. just putting it out there. I think the coffee's kicking in. Turn that crap off. Yes, circuits need to be there. Which goes to there. Then it's all disconjobulated. Hopefully, I don't need to do any more of that braining crap. That braining crap's hard work. Anyone who was here in the first 2 hours can attest to. That entirely too much thinking required in this game. I've come to the conclusion. I might as well push out. Push out, push up, something like that. Let's get rid of the coffee. Okay. That seems even wonkier than that one. Yeah, we'll work with it. We'll work with it. It's now just a matter of copying and pasting all this over. Yep, tons of copy and pasting now. I do like these copy and paste tools. One of the best features added. Makes all of these other games just pale in comparison. Just the sheer level of laziness that is added into this game. I approve. Now the question is, can I make all this crap fit? Righty. What the hell? Atsu Thomas Dean. Wow, that's quite a name. I didn't actually notice that. Is that always there? Suppose it would have been. Would have been if it was built before. Just didn't notice it. That without the track. And then just play the arguing with it placing game. it wasn't too bad. Just spam click enough and eventually it'll place. Boop. Boop. I think I might have a problem. Do we get to place, oh no. I was thinking we'd almost need to play, square peg in round hole, making it all fit, but, and there's a space of 2 there and a space of 3 need to fit in a space of 2. Get interesting. I'm going to do something slightly different. Let's make it nice and tangled and convoluted so no one can possibly understand what the heck is going on. Even better would be use the opportunity to pick this up, put it down like there. Then you'd have all the space in the room, all the space in the world again, in before spaghetti. You know what's coming. You want it that way. You believe in the spaghetti. Come one with the spaghetti. That's going the other way. How cute. Ah, that one even lines up. It's adorable. Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster? Flying Spaghetti Monster? Flying Spaghetti Monster? Iron full. That's empty. Make it normal wagons. Well, if it's not normal, it will... Oh, bye train. If it's not... If one of them isn't normal, then it'll just get stuck. That. Cargo. You... Empty. Away with ye. Born in pasta, molded by it. Didn't see the main verse until I was a grown man. I'm gonna do a quick cheeky save. Oh, fortunately the trains can't actually get here. But... Good idea to save regardless. I suppose I should probably build it then. Yeah. Don't have much more to add right now. It's just cranking the handle on all this crap. Getting it all built. While listening to annoying squeaky music. Right, who's on the way back? You're still loading. You're coming back. There. Let's do another save before the train arrives, just in case. I think it's that train is actually coming very soon. I think everything else is ready to go. In before it isn't. There it is. God damn it. Oh dear. No. There we go. Okay, so now it's going to go into the right stop. Not a true believer until you have an official picture taken with the columns are on your head. Right, so now it'll actually go into here, which is where the iron plate is supposed to go. The factory must grow? It must. I mean, that's grown across multiple continents already. And how's the steel looking? The steel is still growing. I was actually wondering if I should break up the steel into multiple smelters and drop roboports in between, just just to help it along. That's wrong. That's wrong for an entirely different reason. Let's try that again, shall we? How? What? How? Why? Why? What? Who? Which? Oh, I think I know why. I know why. Uh, it's just the trains are being mean. Trains are just being mean now. Okay, you've got the iron plate. You've got the circuit plate. I think we got this. If not, do that. I should be able to safely click and drag. Like that shouldn't be a thing that happens. There legitimately... There is. Like I wasn't holding down shift. There's no reason for it to... Oh, there it is. That's the combination that it likes. Never mind. Right, I think we got a handle on it this time. Change the only circuit unload station to it's because the way I didn't have the circuit placed down, and then I replaced just because I replaced the name, so it updated it. Now it'll go into there. Oop. And delicious green sticks will go up. I'm gonna need a lot more smelting very soon. 7.1 grids, 7 by 1. Yeah, so transport belts are all there. Ha! Look at that. Supposed to be like that? I have no idea. Probably. Oh, yeah, I think it just got lost along the way. 7,000 inserters a minute. 7,500 inserters a minute. That's what you need to make your early game smelter, isn't it? I'll get it done in no time. Also, 7,500, 8,000 green science a minute. Excellent. 8,400, 500. Should be like 8,600. Yeah, about 8,600. It's like reds has stopped. Oh yeah, because I turned it off. How does it look? Yeah, I'd say ratio's good. Ratio's working. Alright, so we're making green now. Ooh, the turn on is real. The turn on. Oh my. Oh yeah, it'll slip later. It'll slip eventually. I haven't done it. I've been keeping them all consistent hard ratios for now, and then we'll see what happens. In theory, this whole system falls over if I do details of feature measure problem. This is actually a really interesting one because in theory, if one is empty or the other, then the whole thing will just get completely thrown out of balance eventually. In theory. I really am going to need a bigger smelter. This thing, like, it's doing 40, it's doing its best, but 30 to 40k plate per minute is nowhere near enough. Artfo, how you doing? Good morning. Get out of here, train. And get out of here, train. Because I'm sending a lot more trains than what this smelter can realistically handle. Apart from the fact it's bottlenecked. Like, I can't really pull any more out of it than what it provides. But, either way, that's 2 science packs running now. Up and running. And should we keep the good times rolling and plug in this one? I might need to deal with smelting though. Shouldn't as all the rows the same, which means the overdraw. Yeah, that's true. You're right there. Because I'm not mixing the rows at any point, it shouldn't cause problems. It may upset the balance at as the ore train's unloading. Like you have one wagon waiting longer than another, potentially. What I plan on researching? Oh yeah, get that Get that red and green going. On, actually, what are the... I mean, we do have some leftover packs in here. Probably... What do I don't have yellow. Yellow's the one I really need. Yellow's the hard one to get going. This needs... steel, iron... hang on a minute. What's wrong? Or sulfur. And this one's engines and sulfur. That'd be engines and sulfur. Because it's being output onto it. This one will be red circuits. Yeah, red circuits. And that'll be iron plate. And that'll still be steel. If I feed it in wrong, I'm gonna have a bad time. Gonna have a bad time. That means I need sulfur, circuits, plate and steel, so I need 4 this time. Two, three, 4. Take a save before rolling trains in. Yeah, well, just like the blue pack, I'm doing blue packs. Just like the green packs, take a save. Just in case the circuits roll into the wrong stop. I mean, you wouldn't want that now, would you? Circuit trains rolling into the wrong stop. Should be enough coverage to not have a hole here. I mean, less radars is better overall. Let's just start with that. And see what gets done from there. Boop. Bop, bop. There was something I was going to do. I've already blanked out on what it was. So it can't have been that important. So polite on that. It's so polite on making sure not to point out the obvious problems that are going to be hilarious later. Please. So good of you, isn't it? I mean, it's more fun to watch them happen and then watch me react to all the catastrophes that come afterwards. Is there enough space for the next 2 unloaders? Probably not. That all steel. Yes. Or 1 plate, aren't you? Yeah. 1 plate of steel. Iron. Let's have a look. Unload at the bottom. It depends if I can even get the packs through as well. Blue packs. What does disconjobulator say for you? 8,000, about 1,000 red circuit, 1,100 red circuits a minute. Not a lot of engines, not a lot of, even less sulfur. Estely, come on in with that fellow. Hi. And welcome. And plate, 4,000 plate. Sorry, scratch that. 40,000 plate. It's not actually 4,000. It's more like 12,000 plate. How you doing? All right. The real hard part is getting this on the right side of the belt. Yeah, it doesn't. I copy paste it, but it doesn't need to side load. I just sort of copy paste it as a starting point. What I can do instead is copy that. Three, four. Always happy to chill out in a Factorio sim? Oh, nice. Yeah, this is... I wouldn't call this one the most chilled chilled Factorio stream. I mean, it's somewhat chill, but this base is nothing but... This base is anything but chill. Oh, hey, they built all that too. We need to upgrade circuits. This is a math stream. This is... arguably, this is right now was a bad math stream. How not to do maths. How not to do maths.com. Alright, so something like that. Oh dear. I got an idea also. And that'll be sulfur. Hmm. Top unloaders are one tile left compared to bottom two. Yeah, that's on purpose. To help offset the spacing between them. Otherwise all the outputs will be in line. It means only two of the outputs are in line. And then they do the same wiggle and hopefully it'll all work out. Base is impressive, but the Factorio streams really have chill vibes. Most of them do. Some not so chill, admittedly. It's actually pretty good. Pretty relaxing game because it's not. This is a game which very much you go at your own pace. There's no like time clock that you're running against. Oh, actually, that needs to alternate. Crap. There are biters. There are biters. I mean, this map has biters, but they're not exactly causing dramas. I mean, it would be very stressful if you had biters on the Death World setting. Yeah, the biters have their own pace. Anti-NF. Yeah. Right, so I want... What do I want? When do I want it? I want sulfur on the end. Then I want circuits. Then I want iron. And then I want steel. So sulfur on the very end. So even though I did this, I'm going to move it over to there. And there. To push it right over. And out the way. Saw them doing Among Us recently as well. That was an interesting diversion from the usual schedule. Jojo. Hey, Halabala. Oh yeah, there is, like, the radar up here gets attacked semi-frequently. It's already been damaged again. The new radar. They are attacking. They're just not attacking very much. In here is... Oh, it's actually not being hit by pollution anymore. That's why they're not attacking anymore. Down here, it's actually retreated as well. Same with over here. But yeah, it is a problem. Something I need to do is start cutting off the choke points. Got impulse caps? Oh, don't you start. No, bad. Bad. Bloody Reddit. Don't maybe get the container of caps out again. And do ABCs of capacitors. Early game Factorio's pain? It is, yeah. Fortunately, vanilla early game is pretty easy to plow through. So you have some islands? Oh yeah, I have a little biter island over here that I haven't dealt with. There's nothing better than a creeping barrage on one of those islands. You lost Jay's 2 cents? No, everything? I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did. For anyone who missed it yesterday, I had a bit of a problem with Jay's 2 cents video. Because he was just regurgitating Igor's lab, who also should have known better. Yeah, I only need to unload on one side, which is why I'm supposed to put that there. Or that there, actually, more specifically. So it actually unloads onto one side. Yeah, ultimately it was some stuff Igor's lab got wrong. And should have known better. Yeah, the capacitor thing, it's even debatable whether or not it's even an issue. Kind of a non-issue, because it only affects overclockers. It's just, it's only a problem because you can't really overclock the 3080. Exactly. Stig, how you doing?
Grab his dick and twist it!
Indeed. When people are just being such a pain, you just gotta reach out, grab it real tight, and twist. I highly recommend not doing that also. Problem being that if you do follow through on that, you tend to get put on watch lists and have to register on other lists. Red Postbone Energy is saying that this is much more complicated than one type of capacitor. It is, yes, it's a lot more complicated. Because both types of capacitors exist on the board for a reason. And having more of one over the other doesn't fix the problem. Yeah, the problem. I think ultimately it's because there's so much power going into the card that everything's just so marginal. I suspect that's ultimately what it comes down to. The card just has so much power. Like, damn near 300 watts. That's a lot of power. Like, you need, like, I have a feeling that the power density is just so. Well, what I'm sort of alluding to is that power density is so high that it's just going to be problematic no matter what. Kind of inclined towards sliding these over a slot. Because one of the things we really focus on around here is getting the substations just right. And something to consider is if the core something to think about is if the V-core and the VMEM is around 1 volt and the card outputs 300 watts, think about what is your current at 1 volt and 300 watts? And that sort of gives you an idea of what's going on inside the card. Pretty sure it's actually even more than that. Because the answer is 300 amps going into that core. 300 amps of current, and that sort of starts alluding to where the problem lies. Is those capacitors have to deal with the 300 something amps, and I think that's only one of the suppliers too, because normally video cards are sort of the 500 to 700 amps when they're overclocked. No, I think it's 1,000 amps when they're overclocked, like for the sort of I think it's 1080 Ti's up in that sort of range. I think actually that one goes even higher still, like 1,200. Yeah, a lot of amps. You think about also how much power gets dissipated in the board itself, in the copper layers, because they're only fractions of they're measured in micrometers, the layer of copper. So that's there's a lot of power dissipation in the board. Now, so we got our sulfur. Next we need our circuits. Right about there. Good. Then what is it? Iron, then steel. I was about to say copper, but no, it's not copper, it's steel. Oh, that one doesn't really matter. Now, with any luck, include everything. The other interesting thing that I saw was basically NVIDIA's, or the key thing that that I saw was NVIDIA, as I understand the board partner agreements, is NVIDIA signs off on their designs. So NVIDIA approved all of their designs. So one way or another, these design flaws are NVIDIA's. They are straight from NVIDIA's recommended practices. And I mean, of course, they cost minimized it as much as they could, but NVIDIA still approved them for production. So it's yeah, it comes back round to being a much more complicated issue. Ultimately comes back round to being one of those, it's complicated. Just waiting for the LTT A100 DG8X gaming video. 8K gaming video. Put it in the train tracks. Put it in the train tracks. Put it in the... I'm about to discover that I don't have enough room to do all this. The Roboport. Oh, right, the Roboport. I was actually thinking there's enough underground space here to shuffle it in. Here. I mean, I didn't follow through on it, because I pasted these down instead, but sure. Act. What? These. There. Just for consistency, I might do that as well, and that. So I was putting the blame on NVIDIA. It's either spec was lacking in terms of requirements or the fact that they blocked testing until very late. It's a bit of both. Because, like, what's their name? Not MSI, the other one. Who are the kingpins? It's MSI, isn't it? Because one of them said that they found Asus Gigabyte MSI. One of them said that they found the issue while testing after they'd released them. Like this testing that they were doing was still ongoing, and it gave. You actually reminded me of that because it hinted that they didn't have enough time to do full testing. So sulfur, red circuits. That crap. That crap. There's no way there's enough room for all this crap. Just have to believe in yourself. Be way easier with vertical stations? Potentially. It just makes the belts really long, though. That's what something I'm trying to avoid. If it's a vertical station, I mean, I sort of did it here, but that's because it's much narrower. It ends up with really long up here and really short down here. EVGA, that's the one. It was EVGA. Yeah, they said they ran into some issues, discovered some issues while testing. But I think they'd already released the card anyway. Yeah, I'm starting to see a bit of a problem here. What's the issue? If you overclock it, it starts. Oh, they released it to reviewers only. I thought the 3080 was out for everyone. The partner cards. Yeah, no space. So the 3080s that people have been playing around with, if they go over 2 gigahertz, it becomes really unstable, and people have decided through deduction that it has bypass capacity issues. It has issues with its bypass setup. Well, it's sort of the thing that sort of started it was Eagle's Lab. All the founders' cards have been released. Okay, so it's not even a problem. It's just a, as I say, it's as I was saying, it's barely an issue. Like, I mean, the fact that it's been picked up and fixed before the card's released sort of reinforces the fact that it's barely an issue. Okay, I thought it was actual partner cards going out to consumers that people that were starting to overclock and then running into this issue, where where if it goes over 2 gigahertz, they just get random problems, which admittedly in itself is an indication that your overclock is unstable. The thing that I'm not clear on is if the issue is coming up when it's at base frequency, not overclocked. So if it's going over 2 gigahertz straight out of the box, then that is a problem. If they're having to overclock it, that's a different story. Give it some more room. How few are at risk? Yeah. So there's so few of them out there already. There's not too much of a concern. Some cards boost to 2 gigahertz plus. That might, like, I suspect that might have been the case. There you go. I suspect that's why the whole thing popped up in the first place, was the boosting. From what I've read, that most of them only go to 1.7. Yeah, unstable factory overclock. Leave that there. Did I gain a beacon? Oh, right, because I picked up that. That's fine. So how did I get a beacon? Have a beacon? I stopped being a fan of Jay's 2 cents once I saw one of his streams. Oh, started seeing him stream. He's a real prick on the stream. That's like... He well, I should clarify that. I should quantify that a little bit better. He hates the Twitch culture. You heard bacon. It's a better way of I'll rephrase it that way. He doesn't like the Twitch culture. He hates the idea of raids. He hates the idea of basically everything that makes the platform unique to what it is. All about how cool they run, good enough cooling. Red when the card boosts, they're crashing left and right. Okay, so it is it is a case of unstable factory overclock. Yeah, Jay's 2 cents hates the Twitch culture, and he still streams. I missed it, but someone raided him once, like for the first time, early on when he was started streaming, and he just went off the deep end about it, had a full-on rant. Maybe we should go somewhere else. Pretty much, it gives an idea into the mentality of what kind of channel he wants to maintain, because effectively means he wants total control over everything that's contained within his channel. That's the way I see it. That's the thing that's the gripe that I have. It means that he wants no external influence. He basically doesn't want any connections outside his channel. He wants it to be a vacuum sealed, basically an echo chamber, I guess. Probably the best way to phrase it. Wants it to be a complete vacuum. No one else comes in, or like only people for him come in. No one else. No one else gets the attention. I think that may also come down to being the YouTuber mentality. Yeah, it's just locking it down so that there's nothing, like he's the center of attention and no one else can get in. I'll move that right up there. Trouble is, I'm trying to think about articulating that. You can make it so people can't raid your channel. Raids are kind of a Twitch culture thing. Unless he likes the attention, so leaves it on and complains about it. It wouldn't surprise me if he did that. But yeah, it's just it's the thinking behind it that I don't like. It's because it means that he wants to be the only one to be acknowledged on the platform. He doesn't want anything else. He wants people to come in for him and him alone. But it also means that things like raids... Yeah, you can disable raids. It's easy. Yeah, the reason why raids became a feature is because everyone used to do it. It was a culture thing. I still have a problem here, you know. Yeah, as I say, it's a thinking behind it. Effectively making an echo chamber. I mean, solutions can be found. Solutions can be found if we look hard enough. Just minimize belt. There we go. I mean, it would help if I centered this properly. But I ain't moving it now. I ain't moving it. Why are you here? Oh. Doesn't want other viewers to know there are other streams. Doesn't want anything outside of himself. I mean, the signals going in are they're a minor detail. You know, they're not necessary, aren't they? How's it going anyway? Oh, it's stopped. Chris, coming in follow. Haven't seen any of these stop. Should have unloaded at least a little bit. Yeah, that one's seen some greens. That one's seen greens. This one hasn't yet. Hey, Dr. Doof, how you doing? There are other streams besides? I just don't believe it. No, there's only me. Everything. Well, hang on. I'll acknowledge the existence of other streams, but I'll deny that they're any good. Well, except for maybe Dr. Doof. Should go look at Dr. Doof. He does some fun stuff. Like that link there. There's a link right there that leads you in the direction of Dr. Doof. And a honk. What are the ones which approves of raids at the end of the stream? Darth Exterminator the Unwise? He's just trying not to put himself. You know that doctor guy? Oh, you do? Everyone seems to know this Doctor Weirdo. Oh, how strange. Small world. Must be pretty popular then, if everyone's talking about him. What do we want? We want iron. Iron's the top one. Punk causes you headaches. That one's steel. Right about there. Get rid of that. Gotta periodically and randomly do inventory cleanouts. There go. Red circuits. circuit, and this will be sulfur. And that'll be all the trains we need round about here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do 2 of each. I don't actually know how much of each I need. I suppose 2 red circuit trains is probably a little bit much, given that it holds like 32,000 circuits. And then the next step is to see if it actually runs. Oh, it's all out again. Oh, that's all out. Let me guess. Iron plate's a little clogged? Yep, it's a little clogged. Doesn't help that all the iron trains are gone down there. But I'll be plucking some steel out of it at least. Maximum amount of trains? It is, yes. Going to participate? I did start it. I was actually planning on doing it today, and then I was like, I can't be bothered. I need to get back to it. I have got a starter base going, I just haven't got any further. So I'm going to need to catch up. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. At the same time, I'm kind of keen to just push this base through and get it done. What are we at? Late. Low. Cargo. Unload. Empty cargo. Yeah, first 6 hours in it today. So much to do and only so much doof to go around. Yeah, I've just barely got the starter smelter going so far. I've got like basic iron and copper smelting. I left it buffering, so it's probably done now. It's probably well and truly overloaded. That. Cargo. There. Away with ye. What are you, red circuits? Got the first 2 sciences automated, and I got steel going. Oh, I didn't even get steel going, but I've got the first 2 sciences kind of semi-automated. The pre-built automated. That load. You unload. Empty. Full. And away with ye. Last one is sulfur. Do the easy. We go full. We go empty again. And send you on your way. Excellent. It's a goose, well done. Steel's a pain in the back. Oh, that's right. You need the coke and all that. You need the coke ovens. Oh, I miss not starting with bots in that. I already missed the starter bots. Should have asked for the starter bots, but I completely forgot about it. Like geese, they're full of hate. They're not full of hate. They're just very judgmental of ankles. This is judgmental of ankles. Isn't it said that Canadian geese are made of pure hate? I don't fully, like, I've heard the thing with Canadian geese, but I don't fully, like, get it. Like, they really, well, geese are generally pretty nasty anyway. But it's not something I fully am aware of. Send you on your way. They were all actually fully built, weren't they? Just got to make sure. I don't want to make that accident again. There it is, it's loading. Alright, I better save game. Just in case there are any accidents. You're still loading. You're loading. You're waiting to load. I need to turn this smelter on. I really need to start turning these banks on. That's going to be a huge ordeal in itself. Yeah, I need more. This is going to get the pollution up and running though. Canada put all their hate into the geese, and that's why Canada is so nice. See, I've heard the meme, but at the same time, it's kind of not really a thing. At the same time, Canadians are admittedly kind of crazy. I mean, have you seen that Fallen Sun Gaming? No, he's pretty nice. He's got the full-on Canada nice going. Actually, no, they concentrated all into Montreal, didn't they? Yeah, it looks like the train's not going to get much of a look in. It's on the right side. It's on the right side. The right side being the right side. It's going to slip up past the engines. Perfect. Comes a second train. Steel. It's going up to where it should. Red circuits are here. Excellent. Now we're just waiting on iron plate. It's just to work its way through the... Oh, looks like it's... No. That one. Just got to work its way through the smelter now. Looks like steel's right. Yeah, now just waiting for the iron. And then we have our blue packs. What a colourful belt. I am liking this half belt sort of arrangement. Wrong one. Okay. I'm going to cut that. Stop these trains from coming here. I'm tempted to also throw a second train at every iron outpost. Look at that, they're stacking up on the track now. It's not good. In fact, an iron train behind it, because there's more trains than there are. Crap. Hopefully that's an iron train. Is. Because then it's a problem that fixes itself. If it wasn't an iron train, then I'd be in trouble. Fix. fix it. I'm trying to avoid fixing it. If I can help it. Yep, right, you're all clear. I mean, this thing's it's so stacked up with steel. It's gonna last at least a little while. Best gameplay right here. The problem solving. Problem solving by avoiding fixing the problem. there even enough room for the train to get out? Probably not, no. Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it. I need to push that out to there. The problem is that the loop back to, for the circuit trains to load up an iron plate. Over there. Oh, fuel. Okay. No crazy research? Nope. Hello, train. That was a bit close. Yeah, we're only producing 2 science packs so far. I mean, we're producing the... Ah. 9,600, 9,200. What? So much emptier than the rest. Oh, never mind. No? That doesn't seem right. One of them shouldn't be empty like that. That shouldn't have happened. Oh. I mean, it's drained out evenly. The only way for that to have happened is if one of these trains came in with the wrong... It's about those rounding errors. It shouldn't have accumulated that quickly. It shouldn't have accumulated that quick. Tell you what, let's come down here for a sec. Because the rounding errors hasn't affected the circuit trains yet. I thought I did limit the wagons correctly. Oh. Ha, because it can only come from one angle. Bad initial ratio. I mean, I reloaded the green one several times because of happy accidents. The only way that would happen is if specifically the last wagon was wrong or something like that. Well, let's park this train for a minute. Park this slot. We'll just let the trains queue up again. Also, they need to go. Stacker shouldn't really have signals in the middle of it. Admittedly, I do it in my Stacker blueprint for linking it together, but they really shouldn't be there. Yeah, I just clicked on the track. So you hold down Control with this window open, and yeah, so hold down Control. So that's me pressing Control there, and then it gives you a point that you can target. And what that does is it gives you a temporary destination, and when you click, it gives you a temporary train stop, which has this condition on it. And the train will go there, and then this order will delete itself once the condition is met. That's how you can do temporary train stops. So you don't need to put train stops down everywhere anymore. It's a really nice feature. It was snuck in like version 17, I think. Middle of 17. Will the science build ever finish? Oh, we're at 2 out of 7 right now. Problem is 1 out of 7 has some kind of issue. Yeah, it's a kind of feature which you wouldn't know it was there unless someone told you it was there. not do that, because that'll just crash the train into themselves, into each other, into themselves. Ow. Cliff and Time doing all this by hand? Oh. Oh. I don't know if I want to know. Yeah, now it's actually deadlocked. Yep. Let's not walk in front of the trains. Alright, train, back it up a little bit. Infinite because you give up. I mean, handcrafting it would be one. It would be a single assembly machine with a crafting speed of 1. So you're going to be at it for a while. I like how instead of just turning on the actual smelting, I'm just wrangling this to do more. Didn't know I only had a train wrangler job. Kind of critter, aren't they? Okay. Yeah, well, I'm going to delete that. Cancel all that. Uh-oh. Apparently all of its power is coming from over there. That hunts in packs and is out for blood. It's like a hatch which is permanently hostile. That didn't really help. Actually, I think it might have. Nope. Oh yeah, it did. Problem is deadlocked there now. I need the more slots here. What do we have? 10 total. 15. So what do we do? 9. 7 and this one's 8. I can get around that. And that should be clearing itself, hopefully. Oh, that's not so good. Probably inside each other now. That's the trouble with these things. It's going to need a bit of reversing on both as the hitbox rotates. Again. We're almost there. I think it's... yeah, there we go. Clear. You ram again. Means are on the move. This can only mean potential death. Is it incoming? Potential for death is ever higher. Allowed on Twitch. One way to stack train. There's one way to stack train. I mean, ultimately, I do actually need to, like, turn on the... as I keep saying, I need to turn on the actual smelter. Ooh. I'll allow that one. I think I have a problem still. Very bad ore train. Alright, can I reverse this train without destroying everything behind it? I haven't hit it yet. There we go. The worry is that that would, even just a tiny boop will just obliterate it. Am I debugging, throwing a feet of my hand, soldering circuits or something? Not far off. I haven't conjoined myself without one. Okay, there you go, train. Find your way in. Find your way home. Why won't you find your way? Oh, you jerk. Going into the full hole. Right, I got another idea. Let's back this one up. Drive it forward, and set it back on auto, and make it go around the block. Join them all into one train, there'll be no deadlocks? Yeah, it's one way to do it. That's a legitimate, perfectly legitimate solution. Totally legitimate. No foreseeable drawbacks. No foreseeable issues. I think I need to move that. Yeah, why? Jungle Joe coming in with that follow. Oh, going in. Fine. You don't need me after all. There's still the potential for him to go round, but they should prefer this instead. Because they can go round the outside, round the outside, round the outside. Yes, you go in. Hugo in. Another bright move that I've done is join those together when they should be like that. Totally preventing the train from doing that. Kissing the other train. Now we're stuck again. Also, did the train ever make it to Blues? I wasn't really paying attention. Because if Blues has an issue, I kinda gotta reload the game if it runs into trouble. It's doing 6k a minute. The fact that it's only... Oh, it's still ramping up, okay. The top out is 7.5. That's still slightly concerning. It's not maxing out. You're not getting gears. Ingredient shortage. That was something I was worried about. Stack us all those trains. Well, we've got to have more trains either way. Yeah, it's gear limited. Boom factory operational. Speaking of, I did tweak it a little bit in between last time and this time, and this is the boom factory, the final thing. I need to move it closer to the shoreline though. Maybe first on the line. In theory, pipe is in higher demand. Maybe I will put a pipe for, yeah, I'll swap them over. Maybe I will swap them over though. Because, yeah, 1 gear, 2 pipes, and have more inserters. Oil builds look like? No liquefaction. So the oil builds, I do a self-contained build. So I dedicated all the oil into one particular task. So in this case, all of the oil is going into plastic. And then I balance the trains depending on which one needs it. So there's 9 of these builds doing plastic. Then there's 2 doing sulfur. They also produce lubricant, and I send it all out and join it all together. And then the last 5 for solid fuel. Should really build that too at some point. Can't launch rockets without it. So yeah, that's how the oil is done. It's don't remember where I got it from. Someone else's. I don't remember who I saw it from originally. I saw it a long time ago, and I was like, you know what? That's the way it should be done. It's so much nicer. Damn it. It's a lot nicer than doing full builds. You better not come in here, damn it. Just can't stop them. What? Plumate dyed her hair. She comes out rather loud. Go see what happened. Turns out she missed a patch front left of her head. Oh. Oh dear. Tell you what, all this arguing with this thing's all kind of wasted if the blues packs is wrong. All the height data I was in washed out. Right, let's go over to here. Alright, I think the solution to this problem is to stop using that smelter. God damn it. Just ram it. Supposed to say, oh gee, there's a train in the way. Don't go that way, go this way. Then you don't run into the trains. That's the whole idea of having this thing. Solution for power. Well, we're plenty covered on power. First, well, I'm not going to do anything more with it because I'm effectively wasting time because I need to check blue to make sure blues actually works before I can do anything more with it. Because it's reloading the game at this point is a lot easier than resetting blue if it's wrong. Because it's obviously got problems supplying gears and crap. Admittedly, at the same time, I can't really supply it because I don't have the smelting capacity to supply it. And details, and all that. Even the steel train's caught up in that mess. Also need to see what's wrong with reds. What's wrong with reds? Reds should be fine. Oh yeah, you're right, red's here. I want to see it drain out and see what happens. Oh, I need to get the trains to reappear. Alright, you're gonna bugger off. So whence ever? So gears down there and then pipe up there. Still no room for inserters. Because that's like as long as it can be. Maybe it only if it only needs one assembly machine, that'll work for me. Extra kink in the belt? Extra kink? Where would I put it? Could make the belt extra kinky for you. If you're into that kind of thing, if you're into kinky belts. Sort of facing upwards. Oh, I getcha. Oh yeah, that will work. I need to get rid of all these pipe. Oh, I have to do this 7 more times. Yeah, well, I might just see how it looks. Mainly because I don't want to touch the belts if I can, because then the more I touch belts, the more I have to fix. I think that kinking the belt idea might be the way to go. I just really don't want to have to restart this whole build, if I can help it. Probably would have helped if I prototyped it, but where's the fun in that? Ran it in a creative world. Yeah. Hey, 3 more to do. What's the time? Oh, whee! That's gone crazy. There we go. Just kick it with my foot. Plug's loose again. See if I can get it back. It's a cable. Just shake the cable around a little bit. Just shake it up and down. There. There. How's that? Goose pulled the plug. Seems to have settled down. Alrighty. Stop this thing from yelling. Do I own a Switch? Do you mean Switch as in Nintendo Switch? Pipe on the belt? Oh yeah, you're right. If I even can. Think I can get away with that. Oh yeah, it is. I can get away with that because it goes into blue belt. That does make sense, doesn't it? Gloop. How bad? Well, so far it's not too bad. I'll release a smart light control app for the Nintendo Switch. I don't know if it's that bad. Alright, how's that? That should be everything. I hope. Can save it again just in case. I mean, now I'm saving over it, so I'm committed. So at this point, there's kind of point of no return. It's just use the switch as a light switch. Makes perfect sense. Second inserter for gears? I suspect you're right. Mate. That's a mouthful, but thank you for the follow. That's the same. That's the same. Hi. That's quite a mouthful right there. Where is it? There. Brazilian, eh? Our Brazilian friendos. Just train in there now. You know it's bad when they're starting to find their way all the way down in there. Oh, we gotta go the long way round. You are Brazilian. Nice. Tell you what. I might take another break here while we're pulling up to the smelting. And we'll continue on from there.